Now, this war in Israel was ordered by Hamas. It's a terrorist group that runs Gaza and it's 2 million people, a group that openly says Israel must be destroyed. And that's why it's so frustrating to hear people like the Greens say, even now, that Israel must make a peace deal with with Hamas. But how can it make peace with Hamas that has just proved it actually wants Jews dead? Not peace, it wants Jews dead. Make no mistake about that. Here are just some of the Hamas preachers and officials who have made that so clear that there is no excuse for thinking Hamas wants peace.
اللهم مكننا من رقاب يهود اللهم مكننا من رقاب يهود فلقد اقترب يوم ذبحكم وصالكم والقضاء عليكم حتى لا يبقى يهودي ولا صهيوني على وجه هذه الأرض. عقيدتنا في قتالكم أننا سنبيدكم على بكرة أبيكم ولن نبقي منكم أحدا.
اقتلوهم حيث ثقفتموه، ما فيش بنعرفش حدد وين ما بنستطيع سنقاومهم.
Unbelievable. Right now, Israel is preparing a massive invasion of Gaza to destroy Hamas and rescue the hostages if possible. Join me from Tel Aviv to give us the latest on this war, Lieutenant Colonel Peter Lerner of the Israeli Defense Forces. Colonel, thank you so much for your time. We've had reports that we've discussed earlier in the show from Kibbutz Kfar Azar that your soldiers have found as many as 40 children killed, many babies, some beheaded. Has that been confirmed?
We have, I witnessed reports of this and several cases of children that have been mutilated as well. Of course, this is a war crime. And the situation where terrorists felt free to inflict such a horrific damage on civilians, on women, children, the elderly, just goes to show who our enemy is and what they're about.
Can I go to the progress of your struggle here? Have you now eliminated all the terrorists who got out of Gaza and attacked the kibbutzes and towns? Are they all eliminated?
So over the last 24 hours, we still found 16 different terrorists in different locations throughout southern Israel. There is still a real threat that there are still terrorists, Hamas terrorists, holed up in different locations in the southern area. So we are taking extreme care and caution and operating with vigilance in order to take out, engage, find, seek out, and kill them if possible.
Now, the concern has been that this could easily expand to a wider war with Hezbollah, another Islamic terrorist group to the north, your border with Lebanon, but also Syria. You've had mortar fire now come in from over the border with Syria to your northeast. Who fired on you and how serious was this?
So the mortar fire, indeed, both from Syria and from Lebanon yesterday, and we've had, even just as we were going on, we have an exchange of an anti-tank guided missile against our forces on the border with Lebanon, and we're currently responding with artillery fire. So it can be a plethora of enemies that we have. You know, there are still many people in this region that are bent on our destruction and have not come to terms that Israel is here in the state of Israel. So we are currently operating in order to safeguard if there are Palestinian-related organizations from Syria, which is what appears to be from this morning, or Hezbollah in Lebanon, we will defend the state of Israel and the people of Israel.
Meanwhile, you have been bombing targets in Gaza. What have you been targeting? How many raids have you made there?
Our activities are extensive, thorough, intelligence-based against Hamas, its infrastructure, its operations capabilities, its staging grounds for attacks, its technological capabilities, its spotting capabilities. Hamas is being hunted down as we speak. We have struck hundreds of locations over the last 4 days. We will continue to do so. And Hamas can never, ever be permitted to use the Gaza Strip as a staging ground to butcher and murder Israelis in their beds. We won't permit that, and that is what our operation is intended to prevent.
Lieutenant Colonel Lerner, any news about the hostages?
Unfortunately, we've not received anything over the airwaves. The situation is dire. Obviously, Hamas are accountable for their well-being. We expect them to release the Israelis immediately. We are very happy with the international support, realizing that this atrocity is unacceptable, and the world is rallying around Israel in support of Israel and against Hamas. So I would say we need to look out for those that have been abducted, the hostages. It's an unacceptable situation, and we will work to bring them back home.
Lieutenant Colonel Peter Lerner, that's a hell of a task you've got there. All the best. Thank you so much for your time.